Children who died in the earthquake, babies killed in war, children dying of hunger. They could have lived like anyone else in the world, but they died in childhood. They have never experienced life. This situation is God's justice. How can we explain it? If there were 2 cashiers working in a supermarket, each earning 15 euros per hour, and at the end of the month, the supermarket owner paid 2,500 euros, while the other received 500 euros for doing the same job, what would we say? There is injustice in this matter, because there's an equal amount of effort involved. This shouldn't go unpaid. So, does a person's own effort play a part in their existence in this world? We pay money to buy glasses, but we didn't pay for our eyes. We paid for our shirt, but we didn't pay for our hands and arms. We pay for the food we eat, but we have no further involvement after that. The food we eat is processed in dozens of refineries within our bodies. We live on the energy that is produced. We walk, we run, we are thinking about energy production. We are not paying the fee. We did not pay for our lifespan either. Sometimes 50, sometimes 70, sometimes 90, sometimes even much earlier. We didn't pay for that either. If we had paid, we could have said this.
To live 90 years before I am born, I paid 90,000 euros for it. It's impossible for me to die. I still have 50 years to go.
We cannot say that, because we did not pay for anything. Therefore, we cannot say of those who died young, they lived too little. It was unfair. We cannot ask, why did this child die? The created being has no right over the Creator. Life is a blessing from God. God willing, He will grant a long life. He can get it when he's a child, if he wants. What is happening in the world? Let's look at it from a film perspective. What Dreams May Come is a film that portrays this world and the afterlife together. It contains depictions of heaven. There are depictions of hell. The film begins in the world. Robin Williams' doctorate. He marries Annie.
Yeah, and I know what you'll get.
While they were living a very happy life, both of their children died in a traffic accident.
When death claims the life of our children, we are left with too many questions.
This painful event occurs in the 7th minute of the film. The film progresses a little further. Robin Williams, in the role of the doctor, he rushes to help the victim. A car falls on him and he dies. It's only the 12th minute of the film. His wife Annie is left alone in the world. She cannot endure the pain and ends her own life. After that, the film continues with scenes from the afterlife and the earthly world intertwined. Most of the film takes place in the afterlife. But in the end, they're all happy. They will somehow meet in heaven.
Mommy?
The film is 113 minutes long in total, 1 hour 53 minutes. Let us separate the parts of the film that take place in this world and in the afterlife. If we add up only the parts that take place in this world, they total 39 minutes. The rest of the film, 74 minutes in total, takes place in the afterlife. I'll delete the afterlife parts of the film. Only the worldly part remains. 39 minutes. What was in the world section? Children are dying. Father is dying. The mother ends up in a mental hospital. Then she goes insane, and she commits suicide. These are the only parts left in the film, just these 39 minutes. What would we do if we watched it? We rebel against what is happening. The film's director and screenwriter, Vincent Ward. Let's have an imaginary interview with him.
Mr. Director, I'm sorry, but I didn't like this film. Why did you kill these innocent children right at the very beginning of the movie?
I created these characters for the film. In my film, I can kill whoever I want and let whoever I want live. I guess you did not like it, but this film won 7 major awards.
But it is always pain, always sorrow.
No, you only watched 39 minutes of the film. You did not watch the afterlife part. If you watched all of it, you would think differently.
Yes, I only watched the part that takes place in the world. But even so, Dr. Chris is a very good man. He sacrifices himself and rushes to help an accident victim. And then you run a car over this kind-hearted man?
But Dr. Chris goes to heaven. He is reunited with the ones he loves.
And what about his wife Annie? This woman is deeply devoted to her family. First you took her children, then her husband. She could not endure it and ended her own life.
Do not worry, Doctor. He saves her from hell through his love. Watch the whole thing. At the end of the film, they all reunite and become happy.
These 3 rooms are relevant for every person. The realm of spirits, this world, and the hereafter. These 3 rooms. The world is like a movie set. Events don't begin and end in this world. The events started in the world of spirits, went on in this world, and continue in the afterlife. All the knots of the film are resolved in the afterlife. At the end of the film, in the afterlife, we learn the true reason behind all the events whose wisdom we could not understand. The right perspective is only possible by looking at these 3 rooms together. The film, What Dreams May Come, was 1 hour and 53 minutes long. We cannot judge the film by looking at only 39 minutes of it. We cannot evaluate the film by looking only at the events that take place in the room of this world. If we look only at the worldly part of our own film, what do we see in this world? The oppressed are being crushed. The tyrants are rejoicing. The world is a house of mourning. Yet God is both extraordinarily merciful, and He is the possessor of absolute justice. In the Quran, He emphasizes hundreds of times that He is Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim, that He is merciful. In the Quran, He says repeatedly that He will commit no injustice against anyone. Let us consider the journey of Prophet Moses and Khidr in the Quran.
So they went on until when they met a young boy, he, Khidr, killed him. Moses said, "Have you killed an innocent soul without his having killed anyone? Assuredly, you have done a horrible thing."
Khidr sees what lies behind the events, that is, to this world and the hereafter, at this world and the afterlife together. So, if we had been there while this event was taking place, what would we have seen? Perhaps we would not have seen, and could not have seen, Khidr beside Prophet Moses. We would only see Prophet Moses and we would see the child fall and die there. And perhaps we would have witnessed the death of an ordinary child. And not seeing who killed him, we would have said, "That perfectly healthy child suddenly died," or "He hit his head on a rock and died." But because Prophet Moses was able to see Khidr, he asks the reason for it. This was the answer he received from Khidr.
And as for the lad, his parents were believers, and we feared lest he should oppress them by rebellion and disbelief. And we intended that their Lord should change him for them for one better in purity and nearer to mercy.
What do we understand from this verse? When God takes back something He has given, He does not leave its place empty. He fills it with something better than that. But when we look at the matter from the perspective of this world, we see events only as bad, because Prophet Moses too looked at this event from the perspective of this world. It seemed bad to him as well, just as it seems bad to us. In the Quran, this contradiction in human nature is pointed out again and again.
It may well be that you dislike something, but God has set in it much good. It may well be that you dislike a thing, but it is good for you, and it may well be that you like a thing, but it is bad for you. God knows, and you do not know.
That is why events we see as bad in this world may turn out to be very, very good for us when viewed in light of their consequences in the afterlife. But while we are still in this world, we have no way of understanding this. Just as Prophet Moses could not have understood the reason for that child's killing unless Khidr had explained it to him.
Everything in the universe is either beautiful in itself or beautiful in the way it ultimately turns out.
Let us try to imagine the afterlife part of the film of this world.
I had drowned. I didn't realize it. My mother and father suffered for years. Because they endured it and did not rebel against God, my God forgave them too. When they come here, they will be so happy.
Thoughtfully. So it seems God must have loved me or my family. Humbly, I was a person with weaknesses, solemnly. That is why he took me at the age of 12 before I could become entangled in sin, deeply grateful. My God, I thank you so much for taking me at that age.
I died in a traffic accident when I was 8 years old. When I came here, I was shown what I would have done in the world had I not died. God took me, sparing me from those evils because of some good deeds my parents had done. I give thanks to God.
These imagined words are not beyond the realm of possibility. What about evil in the world? Those who do it, those who oppress, will what they have done simply go unpunished? The scenes in the film are eerie.
Of time. It's all right. They never come.
In God's reign, no injustice goes unpunished. But we're in a hurry. We want every punishment to be carried out in this world. We want the outcome of the film to be realized in this world. We are forgetting the afterlife. We must therefore view every event through the lens of God's mercy and justice. If we look at events through the lens of God's mercy and justice, thoughts that would make us ashamed in the afterlife will not pass through our minds.